Hi there. Welcome to Christmas and Charisma. This is going to be a monthly thing, only in December, for our channel Player's Paradise. This time I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about a beholder's lair, a dragon beholder, and how the cleric managed to summon God. So, without further ado, let's get into this story. We'll start off by introducing our players. You probably have seen them in one of our other campaigns. I can't word correctly. So we have Borug, the half-orc barbarian, Evelyn, the Tempest Domain Wood Elf cleric, and Sparrow, the druid halfling, Ghostwise halfling, that is. And she is a druid of the moon, I want to believe, yes. Anyway, they had been sent off by a mysterious man to get a beholder out of a tower. As they made it in, they encountered a bunch of monsters and defeated them, except for the ooze, which the barbarian finally hacked apart and made more ooze, so that happened. And they finally made it to the top, where they discovered a lich and a mind flayer had experimented on the beholder that was currently there, and mixed him with a red dragon, creating a dragon beholder of sorts, just this monster of a beast. Multiple attacks, a lot of damage. A lot of damage, yes. And damn paper. So, they had already gotten hit a little bit because the barbarian thought it was a good idea to fire arrows, non-magical, into the lich's back. The lich, not taking too kindly to that, cast a 8th level fireball at the party, which only a few of them succeeded. The druid was left with 6 HP, I want to believe. Yeah, around the 6 or 8, it was one of those. And after that, they had started the fight with the dragon beholder, which wasn't going in their favor. The barbarian was face to face with this thing trying to mash it, while the other 2 casters were trying to heal up so that they wouldn't get completely ruined by the every other turn I-beam that they were getting hit by. So the barbarian gets paralyzed by a I-beam, because of course he did, and the beholder goes over to Evelyn and Sparrow and releases a banishing breath, which they have to make a charisma save, and Sparrow passed, Evelyn did not. Evelyn's banished and fucks off to another plane of existence for a little bit. Anyway, the beholder dragon goes back to finish off Borug, but Borug, fancy that, actually breaks out of the paralysis grip and goes to protect Sparrow from whatever is happening. Now, this monster's just laying into Borug, just pinning him down, scratching, biting, doing all this other good shit. While Evelyn is in another dimension, just kind of floating around there. And she gets the bright idea to roll Divine Intervention. Now, she's level 10. She has a very low chance of this happening. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, this is gonna happen. And she rolled a 2. My face went from... And this is what I described. Evelyn, just as you feel as you are slipping away, a large bolt of lightning cracks and you are thrown back into the material plane. Your body is coated in a thin layer of electricity. You start to float as Thor lands in the center of the room, striking you with his divine power. And the beholder the beholder dragon rather, then decided to shit itself and see what was happening. Evelyn had essentially became a demigod, and got to add around 66 extra lightning damage to her attacks, which I know is a lot of damage. I'll give you that. If I don't choke on my own saliva, is a lot of extra damage. But, you know, she got the divine intervention. I'm fine with it. You know, it was like the beholder dragon was almost dead from Borg just laying into it. But, yeah, so she just kind of went ham on that thing while Borg just kind of protected the little druid. The druid was not doing well in that battle. She was rolling low. Her moonbeams were doing nothing as they usually do. And so Evelyn strikes the beholder dragon down with a massive bolt of lightning, disintegrating its body into the wind. And also, I had cranked up its HP just a little bit, added a few extra zeros onto the end of it. It had, I think, originally 135 HP, cranked it up to around, I think it was 500 chance. So yeah, they did a massive amount of damage and managed to beat it. they gained a level, and they made it out of that cursed tower. And that's the story of the tower, the Beholder Dragon, and Thor somehow miraculously saving the entire party from a Beholder Dragon eating their faces off. I'm Andrew the Game Master, and for now, keep rolling.